box office here, and Moana 2 actually had a pretty big drop from its first weekend. Movie still made $300 million. It's still a lot of money, because it's gonna make a lot of money either way. But the ratings for this movie seem to be pretty bad. Again, it did launch on Thanksgiving, but the ratings seem to be pretty bad for this movie, which I'm not too shocked by yet, considering the fact that this movie, you know, a lot of people really don't like it. Okay, of course, you can look at Rotten Tomatoes and say, "Oh yeah, but there are people who are saying it's worse than what Rotten Tomatoes makes it out to be." I get it. Going to Rotten Tomatoes, it's like going to IGN to try for a movie review. But either way, Moana 2 made $600 million globally. Not too surprising there. Will it make $1 billion? We'll wait and see, because this movie might not have the ratings like the first movie for it to make that much money. Because 63% is a pretty big drop. And so Wicked also dropped 57%, making $445 million globally. Again, very unlikely at this point this movie will make $1 billion, because internationally there was not very much interest in this movie compared to domestic release. And internationally, this movie has been out for like weeks now. It also did release in China, but it didn't really make a splash there. And it did release in like France, but this movie is basically almost dead internationally. It's gonna still continue making money domestically, obviously, as it is a big movie, but it is gonna be competing with the big Christmas. It is gonna do pretty well on the Christmas weekend, most likely as well. But this is a pretty big drop off. I was expecting like a 40% drop off, but 57% drop off is huge. Okay, again, it is a drop off from the Thanksgiving weekend, which is understandable. Same thing with Gladiator 2. Again, this movie dropped 60%. This movie is not breaking even. Sorry for the fans of Gladiator 2. This movie has been out internationally longer than domestically, and this movie isn't performing too well internationally, or not isn't making enough money internationally to break even. Okay, so for those who are fans of Gladiator 2, well, sorry for you. The movie's not gonna break even. It is still making a decent chunk of money, but you gotta realize this movie needs to make like $600 to $700 million to break even. Heck, some people would say $800 million if you're using a $300 million budget, literally. Okay, but yeah, Gladiator 2 isn't doing too well, all things considered. Next thing is Red One, which says this is another movie that isn't doing too well. They're now dumping this on Amazon, so yeah. Interstellar got a re-release. It made it $4 million domestically, which now it's added it to its final total of $192 million domestically, because it's a re-release, and it actually did better per theater than the original release. I wonder how much it made if it got an actual big release. Again, it is that type of movie that made money and had very good ratings as well. So then we have Solo Leveling Solo Awakening. This is an anime movie that no one watched. Again, people love anime so much, but no one did go see this movie. So yeah, another pretty big L now. Okay. Next is Y2K, another Rachel Zegers. It's a Rachel Zegers movie, and again, it's a flop. No one's meant to see it. Okay. They really think Rachel Zegers is this big star that everybody loves. And we're almost done for King plus Country plus Drummer Boy, because this is a Broadway movie put into like theaters. It did okay for its movie. And the best Christmas pizza ever is still on here, making $34 million globally, and Werewolves, $1.1 million as well. Not doing too well. So, yeah. That's what this video here. Goodbye.